morning, Boobie Goaters. It's like maybe 20 minutes till I'm actually gonna go live, so this is a secret morning edition. A little extra earlier than normal, only because I'm bored and I know what's gonna happen. You see, we had a time change, and I know the little ones, they're gonna wake up and probably not make this an hour and a half long, so I might start this a little bit earlier tomorrow too, but it depends. I'll just label it at 7 o'clock. And I was practicing, so today I was gonna be like, good morning, Boobie Goaters. I'm not extremely nervous being online. I'm just kidding. I'm not. So, good morning. How are you guys doing? Did you have a good weekend? Did you have a spooky Halloween? I'm making some coffee. I wanted to heat it up, so it's me, Erin, and drink it if you got it. Hello, howdy, Josephine. Yeah, I wanted to start early. I'm ready. I'm like, let's get up and go. We'll start the day, you know? I've already been awake since like 4:30. Do you ever have those dreams where, I rarely dream, but when I do, it's like right before you're about to wake up type, is it the REM sleep or something? I don't even know. I don't know. I'm not a sleep expert. I'm a nothing expert. You're here because we like to hang out, okay? Don't take anything to gospel. Okay. But anyway, I had a dream, and it was like one of those ones where you're like, I'm in a weird school. There's a teacher I've never met, but I think I know him. And then I'm like, where's the potty? And that's when I woke up out of my deep sleep because it was time to go to the bathroom. Does anybody have those? Like, you just wake up and you're like, wait, hold on. Good morning, Thomas. Good morning, Loretta. Fabulous morning indeed. So, I was actually going through this book. I was reading a little bit of it. It's called Murder, Moonshine, and General Mayhem in Shotgun County. And this is a bunch of newspaper clippings about this town near me, this city. And I thought it would be really fun to go through them and read them, right? Just like I was doing the scary ghost stories and things if I, don't have much to talk about. And Josephine said, awesome, I was getting bored thinking of bed, but I'm like, what if blank goes live, lol. Yeah. I'm not sure if the kids are going to wake up early, so I got this huge thing of bacon, and I pulled it out, and it's not completely frozen yet, so I'm like, good, because I need to like break it down and put it in different things, I don't know, to freeze it easier and be able to pull it out and cook it, so I pulled that out. And I even asked a question, bacon question mark. But anyway, we were reading the scary ghost tales. And one of them, they told a story about a man that shot his uncle and hacked his wife. And I found it in this book. And there were like 5 different newspaper articles. The Grizzly Warrior is here. Hello. Love her channel. Find it. And we'll have to put it in the chat or something. I'll have to do that. Hold on. Because she was like, how to protect your campsite from bears. And I was like, well, we do have black bears, so it might be interesting. And I did subscribe you back. So thank you for showing up. That's awesome. Good morning. Sorry, I was thinking your name, Erin, got tired. Oh, don't worry. No worries. You're fine. It's late for you, isn't it? Isn't it like midnight or something? Gee. But anyway, I found the story, and I was like gonna search through here, and then I looked up and I was like, 20 minutes? That seems like a long time before I start this live, and I'm already ready to go. And I was like, well, I'll just press live. So we're live. Erin, when are you going a live? I'm not sure, Thomas. I never know when I'm going a live. But I'm going through this book for sure. Also made some coffee because that's what you do when you're thinking about going live in the morning. Oh, hey, I think I found it. Okay, good. So apparently, a lot of the moonshiners around here illegally made moonshine. because they're moonshiners. And they were actually connected with Al Capone. Isn't that crazy? So that's pretty neat. Pretty neat indeed. See, everybody's saying hi. Howdy, Thomas, Loretta. Okay, oh, you know what I should do is go through who's the first one in. Dun, 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 dun. My computer came and it feels really new. Like the other one was sticky with kid prints on it. So the mouse works really easy. And it's still an older computer, you know? It only cost me like, okay, the last one was $40 and that was a great deal and it worked fine. It works fine for what I need it to do, right? Just to read comments. And it was sticky. I tried to fix it and I still have it, but it's like the same one as this. But this one seems to be a little more newer. I need to look it up. You know, I think you can look up the model or something and it tells you the year it came out. I bet you this is like a 2020 model. Very nice. Maybe a few more years left of Chrome updates before it goes to crap. But hey, it works. So, docket today. I haven't made any shows. I haven't done anything. I was like, well, you know, since I'm going live every day during the morning, maybe that could be the show. But also, maybe I'll record stuff during the week and then have something for Saturdays and Sundays to play. Unless I get bored and I want to go live on a Saturday or Sunday. It happens. Yeah, me bored. Imagine that. Imagine that. Okay, there should be a way for me to... You can pop out the chat. Popping out that chat. Sip. I'm a little early. The bacon question is going. Okay. But my bacon question is covering it up. So, good morning, Granny Boo too. Bonnie, how are you? And then Thomas, you had me singing this actually, because he was like, bacon in the morning, bacon in the evening, bacon at supper time. When bacon's on the table, you can have bacon anytime. Yeah, and then I got everybody, I think, yeah. That's okay. Because I said I was going to start at 7. I think I was watching a little bit of Old Man Carnivore, and then I was like, I better set up. And then I was like, you know, the time change, those kids are going to wake up earlier than normal. And then I was all like, oh man. I should find the ghost story too and see if it matches up. We're on this. I'm on this. I wonder if there's one about the Allison house, because they actually showed the home. That'd be interesting. And I think that there's not even a story about it. It was just like in the one about orbs. And it's just, what gets me about it, it's a true story about a husband shooting, get this, it wasn't just his landowner. It was his uncle. His uncle. And then hacking his wife in front of 5 of their 8 children. What? And so they're newspaper clippings, so it's like the same story, right? But different press agents, different reporters that wrote these stories down. So I think it's really interesting. And we'll get to it when it's time. When will it be time? I have no idea. Anything fun happened this weekend? Let's see, I missed some things. I had to go shopping Sunday to get some meat deals. I was hoping they'd have a bunch because it seemed like a lot of things were going to expire on the 2nd or the 3rd. What's today? Yeah, the 2nd. So I went over and checked out the store and they had a bunch of stuff discounted, but it wasn't like a great reduction in price, even though they're going to get rid of this stuff like that day. So we got a lot of like just steak. I don't even know what kind. It's just, we got some steaks. Good morning, retired Rick. Sounds like Garfield and Friends. Good morning, Aaron and Friends. But that's what I did. Sometimes, like, I was at that store the day before and I went over to the meat section and I was looking at the expiration dates and I was like, oh, a bunch of these are for the 2nd. we're going to be here tomorrow. We might as well come in the morning because that's when they mark everything down. And that's what we did. And you know what? It wasn't too terrible. It was like maybe $120, and we got a lot of steaks. So that's okay. But they're just not my favorite kind of steaks. That's okay too. I could just eat hamburger. I love hamburger. I was like, you know what we almost spent here? We could just get a bunch of those like big 10-pound chubs of hamburger at GFS and probably make the meals stretch even longer through the week. Dun dun dun. Just trying to figure it out. You know, we all on that boat. Everything's expensive. Like, oh my God, the prices of just everything is nutty these days. But you know, you muddle through, you make it, you go through, you know, whatever. Story time is fun. Story time. I was also thinking, you know, a lot of those folklore is based on a little bit of fact. It's kind of fun. I did start early. I was bored. And I also know that since we had a time change, that my morning live might be shorter just because somebody might wake up, or bodies might wake up, and then I'll have to start my day. It almost seems like I've already ended it. The sun is very, very brightly out there. It's overcast. There are some low lingering fog clouds. It's a pretty morning, actually. Kind of yellow. Let's see if I can get it. Can we even get it in the window? No, because the sun is glaring through it. There's Potato staring at it. Isn't he sweet? But I'm not officially started yet, so we're just hanging for a little bit. I just thought, you know, why type hello when I can be like, hey guys, I'm making coffee and drinking some. Cheers. Let's see. I did watch Kilts this morning. It was really neat about the mental health stuff, wasn't it? It's kind of like stuff you sort of already know because you've been carnivore. Honestly, don't know what I think because I'm not awake. But we're here. We're here. Here comes a big truck. We having coffee too, Thomas? That's good. The cat knocked over one of the egg baskets and there was an egg in it. And today, yeah, the kitty washing up for you. Yep. Yeah. He's waiting to do those dishes. That's the one that I have to turn on the faucet and the sink on low and let it drip or he won't drink water. He's really odd. So I have to put a bowl in the sink for him. But he also drinks it, you know, like when the water's going down. He just rather have running water than not. Which I guess that's okay. Try Rick's on his first cup. Okay, so the cat knocked over the basket that had the eggs in it. One egg got like kind of cracked on the outside. And I was like, well, I wasn't really going to do fatty coffee today. But I'll make a sort of fatty coffee. So I just used one egg yolk and just like half a tablespoon of butter and just mixed it all up because I didn't want to waste the egg. I did waste the egg yolk and dropped it down the sink, but it is what it is. It's pretty delicious, actually. Well, after all, Aaron, the best part of waking up, I don't have Folgers in my cup. Honestly, don't know what this is. I like all those weird flavored coffees, and I kind of end up mixing them all in one big container right here. So I wanted to try an apple flavored one, and it's kind of in the middle because it's gross, and I keep like putting on different flavored coffees, like the one with the notes of caramel hinted in it and all that, because I like flavors. And the apple flavored ones are just awful. They're in the middle and I'm getting to that point so you can sort of taste it. It's like, ew, it's such a horrible taste. Good morning, Smoothie. Yes. We're just chatting along because I'm not actually starting the show till 7 because that's when it actually starts. But I was bored. And with the time change, I like the time change, but I don't like how it gets dark at 4 o'clock. It gets dark at 4 o'clock here. 4 a freaking clock. You know what else? Something crazy. I noticed this the other night because we had to do 2 trips to pick up kids from Halloween, trick-or-treating. And I went back to get the kids on the second loop. And where I live, because it's, you know, there's no street lights or anything. This is out in the country. It's just dark. So you have to use your high beams at night. I've been noticing lately that I forget to put them on because I can see everything, you know? Like my eyes are actually, the eyesight at night is improving even more. And I'm like a little like, oh man, I'm scared. I better turn on that light. Daughter's cat does the same. And you heard water. Does it come running straight to the sink? Okay, so Potato's kind of goofy. And he'll kind of like beeline for it, and then he'll try to jump. But he's not excellent at his agility jumping. And sometimes it's hilarious, and it's like he misses his jump, and then he'll just like fall. It's so weird. But we still like Potato. That's why he's still here. I don't think he'll ever leave. He's strange. He adopted some neighbors, and he walks this old trail that used to be the road where like the Civil War soldiers would walk, you know, before they would go to battle. And this little dude, you can see him from the highway just walking because he looks huge from far away. Potato's a big guy. And he goes to the neighbor's house. He'll get some free cat food or whatever, and then he goes behind my father-in-law's house where he has a spring, but I don't like his spring. Like, I wouldn't drink that water because I just wouldn't. And it's got the little snails in it, black snails that filter the water, and sometimes they're in the water, so that's why I don't want to drink it. But anyway, he goes over there and he fishes. Potato's a fishing cat. He likes to fish. He's silly. Gets his crawdads, which I can't believe he fishes crawdads. So instead of Folgers, the best part of waking up is butter coffee in your cup. There you go. Tardwick, when did you start drinking coffee, or did I miss your joke? What happened? Oh. You just wake up? Maybe that's it. Not sure. All right, guys, we're almost here. We're almost to the 7 o'clock. There it is. Good morning, Boobie Goaters. It's me, Erin. Drink it if you got it. And now we can start the show. Gee, it was like 17 minutes ago. Wow. I just didn't want to sit around. And I don't know. It's the morning. I'm waking up. We're all waking up to something fabulous. Should I find the ghost story first, and then we read the real newspaper clippings? That'd be crazy good. Maybe I'll do that, but I feel like there'd be a lot of quiet. Not a lot of... Did I tell you guys about the shaky house? The ghost that couldn't speak. Yeah, you never thought I was going to start the show. You're just like freaking out. I know. Darn. Of course, I wouldn't be able to find the scary story. It's this way. I forget what page it is. You know, one of these days I'll get Post-its or little pieces of paper and be like, this is where we're going to start and this is where we're going to end. Or, I don't know. I honestly don't know what to do with my morning show other than hang out with everybody. Good morning, Jeff. And George is here. Yay. Good morning, Sandy. Oh no, I just started the show like 20 minutes early. That's all I did. But we didn't really do anything. We were just saying hi. So, Erin, are you hearing a lot of noise with us? LOL. I don't know what that means. I don't know what I said. Sorry. Okay. Still looking, guys. It's like a little tiny story. It isn't much. But I did read it. I promise I did somewhere. Yeah, because I missed it. So apparently we're just going to read the real newspaper clippings. And that's fine too. A little bit of that runny nose maybe. Separation anxiety. Thomas already read that. You left Mitch to come here. Sandy, how could you? So you said something and Mitch was trying to like talk about gossiping or something, right? I think that's what I got from his show today. I should have grabbed a fizzy water. See, now I can't talk. It is the end. All right. So the moonshiner's here. Yeah, I'm gonna get a fizzy water. And there it goes. I lost my voice. Coffee. I started to really drink a ton of coffee. I think I was in 10th grade. That's when I would drink a lot of coffee. And it was just milk and coffee. I think it was just milk with like a little bit of coffee. That was my thing. And then when you did carnivore, I was like, oh man, I just got to drink straight black coffee. And I was like, can I do it? Because I was worried if you added cream, it would mess up your weight loss. I don't know if it does or not. They just put too much crap in the cream in America. And I can't even find a clean one unless I find a dairy. I have to buy shares into the dairy to get the clean cream without the preservatives in it. The kind of preservatives they pump dead bodies with to keep them from decaying. So, good morning, Jiffy. But then I added some cream in. I think it was around this time last year. Just tasted really good. And then I was scared that maybe if I drank cream, not even last year. Was it back in March? I mentioned it. Because I was like, the cream was really good. So I put like a little bit of cream in my coffee. And then I put too much cream in my coffee. Because like half an hour later, I was like, oh man, I'm really hungry. And I haven't felt this feeling in forever. So there is like a little bit of the carbs in the cream. So that I had a reaction to that. Like I get hungry. And I don't like feeling hungry. I like to be carnivore and not feel hungry until I'm absolutely hungry. So that's when I backed off the cream. Because I was like, this is a cream problem. Because there's no such thing as addiction. It is the cream's problem. I was lurking. I am a lurker. I don't. Okay. I'm a Mitch fit. I will watch Mitch. He said he didn't like the chatting. And then he said he liked the chatting. And then he said he didn't like the chatting. So I don't chat. It's very simple. Besides, like any other content creator show, which I will be like, that was funny, I loved it, or hi to them, and then like put some heart emojis. My comments get flagged because of my channel, probably. That's what I have it, like, because it says Boobie on it, it gets flagged. So when people are having like, Granny Barbara, she's gonna have some kind of contest, right? Because she hit 2,000. I was like, oh, dang, I'm so close to 2,000 too, and I'm never gonna hit that. And then I thought, you know, maybe I'm making too much content, and I should just like back off because none of it's getting hit, and just like mental health reasons, just do lives and maybe a couple shows a week, you know. But anyway, she was like, you've got, when you see an emoji, a certain emoji or something on one of her regular videos, comment so your name gets in a drawing. I'll comment, but my name will never go on the drawings because my chatting or whatever I type in. Good morning, Amy. Great show yesterday, by the way. Amazing. Love that little robot. Hilarious guy. Hilarious. Anyway, they don't show up. So you have to do something like, all the creators, some of them know how to do this because they don't get a lot of comments, so they can go into their comments and see what's been flagged. Because I get flagged comments too. A bunch of them. Actually from people like you guys. But it's some things that you say, the little robot of the YouTube says, flags it. And you have to approve it or not. And usually it's approved. Usually it's not. Or usually I forget to check. Because I haven't checked it in a while. But that's where my comments would be. Always. They're in a crazy place. And there's no way to find them. Unless you know how to do it. So, yeah, when they have like giveaways and stuff, I'm always like, dang, I'm not going to be in them. But I'll support. I don't even know what I was talking about. Do I care? No. I haven't had a lot of coffee today. At all. And it's not the coffee. I think it's the fat. Like the little bit of fat that's in the egg yolk and the little half a tablespoon of butter today and a big pot of maybe 9 cups of coffee will definitely make me feel better and wake me up. That was my problem day 2 last fast. I was just thinking about the fatty coffee and I should have just made it. Just don't torture yourself all day until like, oh my gosh, you dive into some cheese. No. Even if it was mozzarella and it was in circle shape like my balls. It wasn't even any good, guys. but I ate some and I was just like, oh man, I feel so good now. I ate food. I just picked up my new printed kilt certificate in my business cards. Very excited. Simple things, please. Simple minds. Aw, you're not simple. That is not a simple mind. Very, very strong mind, dude. There you go. Very smart. I think you are. I think I'm super simple. I love being super simple. It makes everything easy. Like, you don't overcomplicate anything. It's just like, oh, you tell me to eat meat and I'll feel better. I did it. That was easy. That wasn't overcomplicated. That's pretty simple. Pretty simple. That's awesome, George. Pass those out all over the place. Man. Business cards. That was the deal. Cheese makes me feel amazing. Does it though? Or does it hurt? I don't know. I heard something along the lines of like sharp cheddar is actually safer to eat than, and then like the more fermented ones like the blue cheese, and I don't know. We can get into a weird talk of cheese, but it wouldn't be very good. You know, since I did that 90 days without it, and then I use it every once in a while, and I don't really use it a lot, and I'm not really into eating like a ton of cheese. It's not my deal. But sometimes it's fun to have like maybe a different texture maybe in your mouth. I don't know. Did someone say cheese? We summoned the kitchen witch. She came. She heard cheese. Good morning, Tanya. Sip. I can't wait to see your new little character. It's gonna be awesome. Superheroes. Superheroes are the best. All right. Yep. That butter and that coffee, and that 1 egg yolk. The last few days. Wait, where is it? The last few days I ate it last week, and I was not hungry. You weren't hungry when you ate it, right? You just ate it because it was there. Well, addiction isn't real, Amy, so just quit it, okay? We're kidding. Okay, I'm totally kidding. I think it's real. What if it wasn't? Interesting. I'm off to frighten some doctors at a local health conference tomorrow. That'll be awesome. Ready to go? Before and after photos on the business card. I'll report back Wednesday. Righto. You do that. For real. I think that's awesome. You're super excited. Yeah. Good luck, George. Like, man, I just cured all these things on me. Why couldn't you do it? And you're the doctor. Shake those cards. You were hungry and the cheese helped my incessant hunger. So the cheese helped you feel full. It might be a fat thing, but you know, you've been cutting that. I've been trying. I was like, whatever happened to me just drinking black coffee in the morning? What's this with the egg and the butter? Cut that back out. Cut it out. Go back to black coffee. So I did that earlier until the cat knocked the basket of eggs over and there just happened to be an egg that had a crack. No other food does that. Meat just makes me hungry for more meat. Oh, well. Maybe, I don't know, like I had this like thing where I ate like a big bowl of ground beef, right? And it had the eggs in there. And I might have topped it with a little cheese. I don't remember. But I was full. And it was like that full feeling where you're not going to eat anything all day or the next day. And then I realized I'm doing carnivore wrong. You're supposed to eat one big bowl of ground beef and eggs, and you're not going to eat again for like 3 days or something. And it has to be the same meal, the ground beef again, or you're going to mess up and eat like in between your meals. And I was like, I had that epiphany, but I don't follow it. I'm just like, psh, I'd rather have a steak around, 6 o'clock. Drink my coffee. I did that last year, and the doctor asked, are you on Ozempic? And he got the full George treatment. In it for the treatment. That's awesome. That's so cool. No! And I'll tell you why. Good morning, Cindy. Yeah, cut this live stream. It's because of the time change, isn't it? You didn't sleep in. You know it. All right, for everybody here that was here 20 minutes early, because somebody hit the live button 20 minutes early, we're talking a little bit about the county I live near and how they had like a ton of moonshiners here, and they all worked for the Al Capone. And a lot of them were getting raided. And I don't know how this story made it into that. Maybe the guy, the tenant farmer of this guy's property had a little building on his property. Maybe he had a still in it. Maybe he was mad at the owner. Who knows? Just came out with the cool accent. I don't even know. That's me normally, Tanya. I don't know what you're talking about. You start talking like that too, okay? But anyway, I didn't know like his landowner was his uncle, and I read this story and like the spooky tales, and all it was talking about was orbs at a verified haunted spot. And this is why, because a guy shot his landlord and hacked his wife with a hatchet. Okay? But there's newspaper articles to it, and it's in this lovely moonshining book. So I would love to read some excerpts to you guys about it. Steve Earle wrote Copperhead Road about your county. Probably. Makes sense. I was watching Mitch, very fun and calming like the old Mitch, and I just thought I'd mention it. I love cottage cheese in my eggs. Yeah, Bonnie mentioned that once, and I was like, I'm going to try it for the kids. And the way the cottage cheese melts with the eggs, oh my gosh. Where have you been all my life? Capone had the house on Hudson Lake. Yep. Amy, so do I. What am I missing? You guys are great. I love it. I really do. It's fun. Okay. Retired Rick said, Gemmet, I've got him on too, watching him and Aaron at the same time. And they're making the same exact sense. It's crazy. No, we're not. I'm just kidding. Anyway. I think this coffee's going to get cold. I might just drink it a little bit before I read. Anyway, yeah, reading. Reading's fun. Don't forget. Butterfly in that sky. You can go twice as high if you take a look in a book. Lainey just bought some pickled eggs. Awesome. I want to try this thing, and I've been saying save your juice to your the peppers. Which peppers are they? The jalapenos. So Loretta likes the jalapeno peppers, the ones that are fermented in the jar, and I want to do pickled eggs, but with the jalapeno pepper stuff. I think it'll be really good. So I can't wait to do it. The kimchi is brewing. They're way better, but miss all the misfits. Well, usually most of them come over here eventually. There's nothing better to do. What I like are those live streams that come on around 10 or 11. Those are the ones I can get and watch and be on. Oh, my phone dinged. What happened there? Okay. Love them. Pickled eggs. I did it with just regular pickle juice out of a pickle jar, and it took a week. But they were really good, and I should have took them camping because they're really good. Are they still in my fridge? Now I'm thinking about, are these pickled eggs still in my fridge? No, I think I found them with the chickens. It's been a while since I made them. They're so easy to make too. Oh, your area. Okay. They're so easy to make too, the pickled eggs. They just take like a week. And you can use like the brine and stuff from old pickles if you do pickles. If you eat pickles. You can use beet juice. That's always fun. But I think it gives you a little bit of a carb in the beet juice. The kids like the pickled beets. The ones with like the vinegar in them. You know what I'm saying? So I think the eggs that way would be fun. Peppercini juice. There we go, Jackie. Oh, and she's not been here for a while, but she's been here. Hello, good morning. We miss Jackie. I miss Jackie. She's fun. She's a hoot. You're a hoot. Just know that. All right. But anyway, I was just like so like, why did this guy chop his wife up? This does not help me at all, but these are excerpts from the Tennessean, the Leaf Chronicle. So one's the Tennessean's a Nashville newspaper, and the Leaf Chronicle is a Clarksville newspaper. And I don't know if there's more of the excerpts told of which newspaper it was at, yeah, I think they do say. A lot of them are from the Tennessean. And it gives you like the fate of the father, but it doesn't tell you what happened to him. And I know they were like really into hanging people here. Due to the respect to Mitch, but he treats us like complete newbies. Yeah. Yeah, we're not new. We're old. We're oldies. Is that what you call them when you're old? My email address, you misplaced it? It's okay. It's real easy. It's ehoogy5@gmail.com. Go ahead. You can email me. I may answer. I may not. I don't know. I may, if you send me pictures like George does, I may take them and put them online and show other people things because we talk about these things. I'm not in Clarksville. One of your customers are in Clarksville. I had to drive out to Clarksville during 2020 because I was a part of some kind of farming community thing, and it was in Clarksville, and they hooked me up with a ton of free books and free stuff. I loved it, but I never became a farmer from it. I have a certificate that says I could farm. Maybe. That's what I was after. I was after certificates and paperwork so I could have everything I needed so I could go to the bank and be like, I want to be broke the rest of my life. Let me become a real farmer. And I haven't done that yet because you have to have some kind of business paper wrote up. And I always try to get my two oldest daughters to do it because this is not a writer. So this will not make business forms. This person just does stuff. So good morning, Larry. All right. Let's see. So they were talking about how they were getting still raids and stuff, and it's on this guy's same property, and he was renting out his property to a bunch of different tenants. Oh, it's a mile from Mishawaka. Mishawaka. I love those names. They're great. And say, I hope you give him a chance. Sound sincere about an open chat. And he was fun and he laughed. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it takes a minute when people burn bridges, right? It just takes a minute. It's gonna have to take a minute. That's okay. I'm gonna get to this. Excuse me. Man slays his landlord, comma, wife. Cannon County farmer fails in suicide attempt. Woodbury, Tennessee, November 11th. We're coming up on the anniversary. This is 11/11/1932. Them thar hills. Yes. John Patterson, 45. Tenant farmer of remote Short Mountain. Thursday. Shot and killed his landlord, James Cooper Melton, 63, in the living room of their 3-room tenant house. Hacked his own wife to death with a hatchet, and then attempted to kill himself by slashing his throat. 5 of Patterson's 8 children were in the house and saw the tragedy. Patterson was brought to Allen's Hospital at Woodbury about 4 hours later, and the hospital authorities said he had a chance to recover. Sheriff J.B. Hollingsworth had placed him under guard. The double slaying occurred in the Patterson's home on Melton's large farm in the 9th District in the eastern part of the Cannon County around noon. Shot without warning. According to the Patterson's children, Melton was seated in the living room and Miss Patterson, 41, was in the kitchen preparing a noonday meal when their father walked in. When he saw Melton, they said, he seized his shotgun and fired point blank. The charge entered near Melton's heart and the man died instantly. Patterson then turned upon his wife, but the shotgun failed to fire. He threw it down, seized a hatchet, and before she could escape, he struck her with 2 blows to the head and later practically severed her head off with a knife. After killing his wife, Patterson tried to cut his own throat with his clasp knife, but the knife broke. He then secured a safety razor blade and succeeded in cutting himself severely. He did not sever either his windpipe or jugular vein. Hospital authorities said he lost considerable blood, however. No reason is known for the slayings, as the 2 men have never quarreled. Relatives said Patterson was known to have been insanely jealous. And his wife, insanely jealous of his wife, okay. But neighbors said this was without cause. Officers were investigating to see if a still raid on Melton's farm at 1 a.m., Tuesday, prompted by a letter with false name signed to it, had any connection with the killings. Was prominent farmer. Melton, whose wife is Patterson's aunt, was a prominent landowner, farmer, and leader in activities of the 9th District. He was the father of Adam Melton, who operates a store in the Short Mountain section, who is a deputy sheriff. Melton was the father of 6 grown children. It was learned that Melton asked his son-in-law, Clarence English, to take him to the Pattersons' home shortly after 11 o'clock, as he wanted to see him regarding the building on his place. At the time of the slayings, English is said to have walked to the spring some distance away. He did not hear the shot. Although under guard, authorities said no charge has been placed on Patterson. I saw a question. Aaron, I sent you them thar hills, a 20-minute comedy. Thank you, George. I'm sure I've seen it. I love classic Laurel and Hardy. I do. And Jackie says, my daughter lives in Fort Wayne. Doesn't Justin live there too? Julia, me too. Wish East Coast. I am here and there. What up? What up, Juliet? Every time I join this live, when I wake up, Aaron goes live over bing. What did I do? What did I do? Okay. And this is February 8th, 1933 from the Tennessean, page 1. Slayer of his wife, uncle, is indicated. John Patterson, slayer of his wife and his uncle, Jim Cooper Melton, was today... Yeah, because it's indicted. On a charge of first-degree murder, and his trial was set from Wednesday, February 15th. The slaying occurred last November 10th at Patterson's home in Short Mountain section of Cannon County. It was alleged that Patterson found Melton and his wife in a compromising situation, shot and instantly killed Melton, and then stabbed his wife. That's not, see, newspaper people. After the double slaying, Patterson attempted to take his own life by slashing his throat, but he recovered in the Woodbury Hospital. He had been held in jail without bond. Patterson's attorneys are Hobson and Geer of Sparta, while J.H. Cummings and J.B. Melton will assist the Attorney General, W.B. Knott. The third trial of Walter Markham, charged with murder of Kobe Prather, have been set for Thursday. Okay, so that wasn't really telling us much, but no, there's more. February 16th, 1933, the Tennessean, Nashville, page 4. Children of accused double murderer testify for the state. Woodbury, Tennessee, February 15th. Charged with the double murder of his wife and his uncle, John Patterson, a 45-year-old tenant farmer of Short Mountain section of Cannon County, heard his children testify against him as he went to trial today. I feel like this one is more real, the story, so listen up, children. Pleading not guilty to charges of murder, Patterson's defense indicated it would base its cause on a plea of temporary insanity by jealousy, which would be allowed under the general not guilty plea. Can you believe that? Okay, keep going. The double slaying, which occurred November 10th at Patterson's home, was described in court today by 3 of Patterson's 8 children. They told of the visit of their father's uncle and landlord, James Cooper Melton, 62, prominent farmer and landowner of the Short Mountain section, of his death. They related the events that led up to their father's killing of their mother with a hatchet and the attempt to end his own life by slashing his throat. Mary Patterson, 10, Woodrow Patterson, 12, and Bernice Patterson, 15. Sip. All right. Children of the defendant all took the stand for the state along with Deputy Sheriff Adam Melton, son of the slain man, and the first outsider to reach the scene. Deputy Melton arrested Patterson and sent him to the hospital here in time to save his life. The children's stories were similar. They said Jim Cooper Melton came to their small home about noon, and their father came in a little later to find Melton seated by the stove in the front room talking to May Patterson and to her playmate, a neighbor's little girl. They said their mother was in the kitchen preparing the noonday meal. After speaking to Melton, Patterson walked to the door between the front room and the kitchen, took down his gun from the rack, and entered the kitchen. Melton arose and followed him. As Melton entered the kitchen, the little girl said she heard a shot, and Melton fell to the floor in the doorway. Miss Patterson ran out the back door and into the yard with her husband behind her. The children said as Miss Patterson reached the road in front of the house, their father caught her, threw her down, and choked her, and then led her back into the house. As he entered, he picked up a hatchet on the front porch. The children testified and followed Miss Patterson into the kitchen where her hacked body was found. In the meanwhile, the children said that they had run to Deputy Adam Melton's store nearby and had told him of the shooting. Deputy Melton said Patterson met him at the door, attempted to provoke a fight with him, and refused his admittance. Melton said Patterson then drew a knife, tried to cut his own throat, and failed. Then he secured a razor blade and wounded himself seriously before Melton could halt him. Weak from the loss of blood, Patterson was taken to a Woodbury hospital where he was placed under guard and later removed to the county jail. The state almost completed his testimony today and will complete the case early Thursday morning with the possibility of defense concluding in time for the jury to being deliberations late this afternoon. All right. Saratoga racetrack. What is going on? More coffee. There is one more article, but it kind of leaves me like, what actually happened here? Okay. Okay, this is from the Tennessee in Nashville, February 17th, 1933. Fate of killer of wife. Uncle rests in hands of jury, Woodbury, Tennessee, February 16th. The fate of John Patterson, 45, the slayer of his wife and his uncle, rested tonight with a jury of Cannon County Circuit Court. The jury received its charge from Judge John E. Richardson late this afternoon and was ordered to report at 8:30 o'clock Friday morning. Patterson took the stand today in his own defense. He told the jury he entered his home in Short Mountain section and found his wife and James Cooper Melton, his landlord uncle, in a compromising position. I love it too, Sandy. I find a lot of them that look the same, and then I look out under them, I'm like, oh, it's stoneware. Delightful. I like the smaller coffee cups. I also like the larger ones to drink tea out of. It's just me. Enraged, Patterson said he went for his gun with Melton after him, threatening him with a knife. He said he shot Melton, and then his mind became blank. He said he remembered nothing more until 5 days later when he found himself in jail here. After shooting Melton, the state developed Patterson killed his wife and mutilated her body. Then he attempted to kill himself by slashing his own throat. Patterson testified this was his first intimidation of any misconduct on the part of his wife. Yesterday, several of Patterson's children testified for the state. Their story was that Melton was in the front room and Miss Patterson was in the kitchen at the time Patterson entered the house. They said Patterson shot Melton without provocation. The double slaying took place on November 10th. Patterson was defended by Hudson and Greer of Sparta. Yeah, but it doesn't tell me what happened. Do you think they hung him? Come on. Retired Rick! Welcome to the Goaters. I don't know what I'm doing with it. But you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you! That's awesome. Dun, 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 dun. Backing up just a little bit. I don't know, my throat is getting kind of dry reading. Swamp cat. Does George ever sleep? That is a great question. Isn't it like 6 o'clock there or something? I have no idea. I have no idea. And Thomas is back on his phone. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the dude that hacked his wife and shot his uncle dead. I'm pretty sure they probably hung him. They still did that in the 30s, didn't they? Got old black coffee here, kind of strong today. There it is. I got some black coffee yesterday from McDonald's, and it was in the afternoon, so the afternoon coffee, I kind of like it. It's a little more watered down. It's okay. It's probably more stuff being sent to me. Then you just made me coffee with double cream. That's heavy whipping cream for you guys. Double that cream. It's worth it. Yeah. Oh, I better not yawn. That's not good. We're trying to wake up. That's the problem with me drinking coffee. It doesn't wake me up. It don't do anything. What does it do? It gives me headaches when I don't drink it, though. Aaron, I love your flannel. I need to buy some flannel. Oh, these are great. They're pearl snaps. I love the snaps. I like them. Oh, isn't that a fun t-shirt? I wonder where you can get one of those. Oh. Why, thank you, Julie. When I feel like I don't really want to brush my hair, I do put a hat on. I like this one too. I washed it and yeah. It did its thing, and I'm like, okay, I'm not bad with that. I wake up like 3 in the morning and have to have a cup of coffee, and then I fall asleep again. Yeah, you're thirsty, right? There you go. I manage my sleep very carefully. It doesn't stop me getting tired, though. Thank heaven for the gift of carnivore energy. And such a gift it is. Sometimes I just like suppress that energy gift and sit on my butt, and it's okay. I did that yesterday for a little bit. 8 o'clock will be 40 hours and 41 if I heard time change. Oh, what? I had to just change my kitchen clock and the analog clock in my living room. Sometimes I don't believe in time, so I forget to fix clocks. Oh, and the car clock, the one in the car. Fix that one. I like pearl snaps, they're fun. My favorite pearl snap shirt, like the snap things got too stuck together and kind of ripped it, and I was just like, aw. So I tried to fix it, and then you can like get a little hammer and fix new pearl snaps to it, but the material is so old that it kind of rips. So I'm just like, man, this is a really old shirt. It's very nice, but it's old. Has to go. Tried to save it. Mine is in hoodie form. That's right, Thomas got the hoodie. It might have been hoodie weather yesterday. Wasn't it like 47 degrees when you asked the bot? Mine said 59. I was like, no, it's not. It's cold outside. It's not 59 degrees outside. I don't believe it. Oh, and it's not raining today, Amy. It is not. Your bot, the 8-ball, no rain. It's sunny and bright, if you can tell. I don't know. The windows, it doesn't focus. The cat's gone, though. Oh, he's sleeping in the laundry basket now. George is a good, strong name. Yes, it is. What, maybe toast? What's going on? I really miss being in the chat with all you guys. I kept missing your live streams, Aaron, and I was only last in 5 minutes in Mitch's chats every time I catch him, and he's ranting about something. Yeah. And there goes the rooster. Yeah. He's ranting all right. Sometimes. I heard he was like chilled out a little bit. Time is but a stream. I go fishing in. There it is. There it is. It's beautiful. I've heard that before. I think over time people will get bored with it. With what? With what? I love the 8-ball. The 8-ball is cool. I think it's fun. I had 6 of them as kings and 8 Henrys so far. Everybody likes it. I like the weather guy. It's the same bot. And I like the 8-ball thing because it's a lot of fun. But Amy likes to read every single comment. And she was like, I'm not going to make it. I felt so bad because we were all playing with your bot and 8-ball. Yeah. Julie said, Amy, that bot at a PJ party was not nice. Oh yeah, is that the one when it blocked you or something? Does it say mean things? I missed that one. What was I doing? Probably shopping. I have no idea. No kids up yet. My kids get ready at 5:30 in the morning and they go to school. The only ones here right now is just Emmett and Rocky. They're asleep right now. Not awake yet. I was worried that they'd wake up early, so I guess we're good. Maybe. We'll see. And Amy said, I'm not going to read all the bot stuff anymore. Yeah, it is super early. And since they moved their school, well, there's 3 different schools that they get dropped off at. But the elementary is so far away that the bus comes and picks them up at like 6:11 6:11. I'm gonna say it's 6:15, 6:11. Yeah, it's not fun. Not fun for anybody because they're on the bus for like an hour each way. Let's see. What happened? Thomas, he was calm and open to chat today. Like the old Mitch. Just saying. But a Boobie Goater came on and I was more interested in that. There you go. And hey, we learned about something today, didn't we? I do not know the fate of the dude that shot his uncle and hacked his wife. Which means I'll probably have to do a little research. I'm going to ask an old person in town. Are you old enough to remember this? I could have asked the people when they were like at the old folks' home. That was just, it was sweet that they have them toss out candy, but like a lot of those people, you could tell they weren't even there, but they could do the motions. It's, you know, like staring straight forward, sort of knowing you're there. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? It's kind of scary, actually. Thought we'll do that, but you can turn that off, Amy. Oh, about the weather. The weather bot's fun. Yeah, the floating emojis are pretty funny. I like those, and they come out of nowhere, and just like, who's putting up poop emojis? What the heck? That's hilarious. Oh, they're great. It's a great show. I love Amy's Sunday evening content. It's great. She's either interviewing somebody or just hanging out with everybody. It's a lot of fun. I like it. I like it. I really do. And there goes the cars without the mufflers. Oh boy. Wonder. I think I just ruined this thing. Oh. So weird, guys, having a little Chromebook that's not sticky when you touch it. I have to hide it from everybody. I finally learned my lesson after breaking, I don't even know how many I bought. I know they were like the really cheap ones that were like either couldn't do the Chrome update anymore, but I just needed them to read chat. And so I didn't mind if the kids were on them, but I didn't think they would bust them so easy. Rick, I think you were asking about my ending credits. I use Social Stream Ninja and OBS Studio to make a scene. Social Stream Ninja automatically records every name participating in the chat. That's neat. It's fun. It's like Star Wars. Okay, and I somehow jumped all the way back up. That's cool. All right, I got about 15 minutes to cool. I said that's cool, Amy. I don't want to hide that. I did. Oh no, I lost my chat. It came back. It came back. All right, guys. What do I even talk about in the morning shows? I have no idea. But I thought it'd be fun to do them. I don't know if I'm going to... It depends. I feel like I'm in this creative slump where I just don't want to do anything or press record and do stuff. So I was like, well, I can just do lives. It's fine. Terri Sue told me to, so I do what she says. Respect your elders. I like it. People's names will forever be in my content. Oh yeah, forever. Forever. Love the Sandlot. Forever. Yeah, I can't really chat in Old Guy Carnivore's chats, guys. Because you have to be a member for 24 hours. Alright. Time for this Callie to go to bed before you turn into a pork chop. Oh yeah. Up early at 5 a.m. Alright, you have a great night. We will have a beautiful day. I'll try to record some of it. I don't know what I'm doing. I really need to get into the chicken coop. and dig. Dig back to like where the bottom part of the coop is. It's like this high dirt and crap. And then, but it seems like such a big job that I can make like a 5-minute movie of. Everybody likes the end of that chat because it's so cool. Now we all know how to do it because I read how to do it. Will I do it? No. It seems complicated. Sorry, guys. If it's complicated, I'm not going to do it. If it's simple, I could. What do we have here? Engage with your audience. Oh, you can go to members only live stream through your live stream. That's new. That's weird. Should I do that? No. I'm good. Okay, and then the live chat is green. What's going up here? Oh, and it says, welcome, retired Rick, to the Goaters. Cool. That's why it's green. Weird. Look at me. Doing stuff on a computer. Not engaging in the audience at all. Live chat. Okay. All right, everybody. I did post a poll. And I never end my polls because I forget to. Bacon, question mark. 96% of you said yes. And only 4% said no. That's okay. I am so mad. So I went to a different Sam's Club, and this was in Cookeville. And it was actually a really nice Sam's Club. The bacon was $10 cheaper than it was at the one in Murfreesboro. And I was like, but I'm glad I forgot to get the bacon in the one in Murfreesboro because I bought the bacon there. It was like $39. I've been paying like almost $50. And I was just like, it was crazy. You just have to go to a different one. I hate that. Because then you have to like, if you really did the math, like let's add in how much gas it took to go that way. It's, do I need that? No. Do I need to hear about it? No. I'm going to end the poll. End the poll. Do. Hey, I thought when I ended the poll, it would be like, psh. Every time I try to mention Wonder Woman, Butter Woman, it doesn't seem to get seen. That's Lainey's superhero. Oh. Wonder One boob. Wonder One boob woman. I got it. I see. Does it not? It doesn't pop up in my chat. Do you think we're getting moderated by something? I don't know. That's weird. Huh. You turn her into a superhero. Amy does one once a month. You gotta send her a picture and email her what name you would like to use. And Juliet says, I stopped watching and listening. Now you sleeping and you feel great. There it is. Bye-bye. I have to get up early. It doesn't matter. I'm up. That was my high five, by the way. High five. All right. Now we will engage by almost ending this live because I've been on for a while. And I'm losing my voice. Ah! Need time. I don't know what we're talking about, but anyway, I'm not really talking about much, and you guys have been awesome, and hey, I didn't even get closure to the hack and wife story. That's what kind of upsets me a little bit. I might have to do some digging. Hey, Google. Oh, okay, if it's the word, George, just use zeros. That's what I did for Instagram to make my Instagram. I use zeros. And then I thought the other day, what if I change my name and use zeros instead of O's? They probably will never let me change my name back. So just keep it. Just keep it. can't believe it's almost 8 o'clock. Feels like 9 o'clock. I got stuff to do. I gotta do dishes or something. Or sweep. Fold laundry. All the things. Yeah, there you go. Zeros. Look at me. You're welcome. I have to figure out how to do something, and hopefully I can do it on this computer. Dun 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 dun. There I am. Thinking about making another thumbnail, but I like the morning coffee one. Running from goats and birds. They were cute. I wish I got the rest of the kids, but they were already scattered. Veda had to go to her job because she works at a haunted house. Loretta didn't want to go trick-or-treating, so she really wasn't dressed. And then Petrus, he looked like Willy Wonka with his curly red hair, his purple suit, and he had the top hat. I was like, either you're Charles Dickens or you're Willy Wonka. What are you? And everybody thought he was Willy Wonka. And then Isaac was a skeleton dude. I did put the mask on. I think I have that video coming out Wednesday. The Halloween video. Mitch just ended. Oh, really? He took like 2 hours? Responsibilities call. Yeah, you gotta pay that electric bill. That's life. Have a great day, Tanya. Have a great day. He was very good today, calming and fun. That's good. That's very good. Yep. I heard what he said, though. He was thinking about doing like afternoon or evening lives instead of morning lives, and I think that's great. That's a great idea, actually, for him. Because you got more people. Maybe. Maybe. Because YouTube likes to tell me that if I released my videos at 12 noon instead of 12 a.m., I would get more views. I don't know if that's true or not. Honestly, if somebody wants to click on your video and watch it, they will click on your video and watch it regardless. So yeah, he's having a Tuesday night live. Okay. Is that just for members? Didn't he say he was doing something Tuesday, Thursday for members, or did he change it completely? We don't know, because I've been live since like 6:20. No, 6:40. Maybe it was 6:40. I don't know. We've been live for a minute. All right. This has been an exciting, fun time. I really need to... Sometimes what I would do before I do a live is I would think of things I wanted to talk about. And then like I would write questions. And I'd be like, hey guys, let's answer some questions that I have. But honestly, it's just fun hanging out. And I want to thank you all for hanging out with me today. Why do I have a new tab up? I don't know. I gotta play around with this thing. Ooh, customize your Chromebook. Make it dark, like my soul. There it is. He may do Saturday night lives. Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. I missed it. I'm gonna miss him. This actually works out for me doing lives in the morning because my husband's schedule changed again. So now my Saturdays and Sundays are booked. Which reminds me, I gotta make appointments. It's almost 8 o'clock. So I want to thank you guys for watching, hanging out today. I will be probably on tomorrow, maybe a little early, maybe a little not. I don't know. But I'll be there sometime around 7. So thanks for hanging out. And maybe I'll do a little more research and find out what happened to that dude that chopped his wife. I'm thinking hanging. Because if they had one of those electrocution units, it would have been a big deal. And here, the first hanging actually happened when a mob of guys took a dude from the jail and hung him by a bridge. And that was in the Scary Story Tales. And it was probably like one of my first members only live streams where I read that story. But I didn't read the newspaper clipping for it. And it is something that I will not be reading on the internet because of who they hung. Let's just say it's South and it was the early 20s. All right, everybody. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye. Thanks for hanging out. beep, boop, beep, doop.